All right. Well, it's a lonely call tonight. Just me on here, which is fine. Maybe, oh, there's Karen hopping on. So I'm going to go ahead and get started since it's 7 o'clock. Tonight, I wanted to talk to you guys about actually, if you listen to Debbie Neal's podcast, her episode today, I actually listened to it twice because I wanted to take notes. And I just thought it was really good the way that she covered being growth focused versus being goal focused. And I love goals. You guys know that I love goals. I set goals for everything in my day, my week, whether it's business, personal, horses, the whole thing. I just set goals for everything. But I liked how she talked about being growth focused because a lot of times when we set a goal, especially as we are working our business and working through a promotion or getting to a promotion, we set that as the goal. And then once we achieve it, a lot of times we just either sit there or go backwards instead of having another goal right away the next day to continue forward and keep moving. So she says, make sure you set goals that are going to help you change your habits over an extended period of time. And that's where the growth focused goals are really come into play, where you can set that. Maybe it's a percentage of sales you want to increase every month, or maybe it's one more Facebook party every month you want to book. Um, she said, we don't want to run our business on emotions, which sometimes those do get in the way, those feeling things, whether it's people not talking to us, people ignoring or not getting back to us. And a lot of times that will shrink our belief a little bit, either in ourselves or, in the industry or, the products. Sometimes even if you have people that are for some reason not liking the the products, which is, I don't know who couldn't like the products, but I'm trying to get this, Karen. I see that. I don't know why it's having. Is it showing me as like a little screen and you're on the big screen, which I don't mind, but I don't know if you want to be on the big screen. And I don't know how to stop that.
I just switched to gallery view. Oh no, I didn't. Hold on. I switched to active speaker. Why does it say that? Let me switch out of that. That's weird. I thought I was switching to gallery.
Okay.
Never mind.
Right.
I'll
No
stay here. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Anyway, so staying in that growth mode, not worrying about necessarily taking your emotions and running your business with your emotions, trying to stay with the facts and numbers. Numbers obviously run our business in terms of our promotions and what we're trying to achieve, especially with things like the new trip that was announced on the 1st. So staying with that growth mode mentality to help you get closer to that. So if you have either recently promoted or whatever your last promotion is, or if you're working towards a promotion, think about the activity that was required, the income producing activity that was required for you to either achieve that promotion or the activity you're in right now working towards that. Generally, you're really busy. You are reaching out to people every day, fitting it in the nooks and crannies of your day. Obviously, this is not a 8 hour a day job, although think of the things you can do if you did 8 hours a day of Arbonne. But really, in that constant motion of the income producing activity. Then once you achieve that goal, you immediately need to set another goal. And the numbers that she gave out there for an example was 10,000 to 100,000, because she said to get from $10,000 in sales to $100,000 in sales, obviously that's a big number, but that growth journey through from 10,000 to 100,000 is going to help you grow into the leader that your team is going to need. And you're going to be sharpening your skills the whole way for that next level. So in the instance of 10,000 to 100,000, she said, obviously, we're not just going to sit there and be like, okay, I did 10,000 this month. Let's do 100,000 next month because I'm really feeling like we're going to do that. She said, I mean, if you can, hey, go for it. But set a growth goal. So as soon as you say that's area manager number, so as soon as you achieve area manager, then say, okay, you know what? The next month, my growth goal is to hit 15,000 in sales, and then 20,000, and then 25, and incrementally work your way up to that 100,000. So that again, in that process, you are still sharpening your skills and growing yourself into that leader, doing the personal development that is going to be required for you to hit that 100,000, or I'm going to say 160,000 because that's from area to national vice president. And she said that in between though, when you are working your business from this number to this number, really mind what is that in between? What are you doing in that in between? Are you stagnant? Are you not in that crazy income producing activity stage that you were in when you made that first promotion, hitting the 10,000? Because you want to make sure you're keeping that the whole way to keep you growing and keep your business building. Then she said, so she said 10 wins when you are going for growth focused goals. The first one, obviously, it helps to keep us on the field. So if you are in that growth mentality of your business, you're going to be one of the active players on your team, booking the activities, getting the one-on-ones, doing the reach outs, doing the personal development, and really staying in the game. Then number 2, she said, when you're going for growth is creating urgency. If we work our business with a sense of urgency every day of the month, we don't have to, on the last 3 days of the month, actually do the urgency for 3 days to try to make up for the 27 days before that we weren't quite working our business with that same level. Number 3 is build our skills, which I know I already mentioned that, but building your skills, doing your leadership things every single day. Are you reading every day? Are you working on scheduling those appointments or those Facebook parties or those events or whatever one-on-ones you can get, whether it's via Zoom or if you actually can meet in person again? Are you doing the follow-ups? Are you doing all those things that are going to really help sharpen those skills? Number 4, developing winning habits that compound over time. So where is your mindset? What is your mindset like? What is the conversations that you're having in your head? What are you telling yourself? Dropping any distractions that you may have that are getting in the way of your growth focused goals. And then no excuses, having that no excuse mentality, just producing the results. Number 5 is having a growth goal keeps us future focused. So that's going to help us keep going in our business. So if you, again, we're going to use that 10,000 number. If at 10,000, you're like, oh, I don't know, I'm just going to kind of hang out and I'll wait till I'm ready to really go for that $100,000 goal. Well, by doing that, you're not really moving. You're stagnant and you're just sitting there. So having that future focused goal of, okay, I want to get to 100,000, but I know that it's a big jump. So I'm going to go from 10 to 15 to 20. That is going to keep you future focused on every month of where you want to be and eventually grow that business to that 100,000 mark. Number 6 is that it expands our vision. So our goal sometimes can be a destination. And I'll just throw myself out there as an example of a destination. My goal when I started Arbonne was to become an RVP so I could quit my job. What did I do? I became an RVP and I quit my job, and I'm still an RVP. Now I'm an ERVP, but I'm not a national vice president. So if I was to, I mean, I can't change anything now, but if I was to, when I started my business, maybe say, hey, you know what? I'm going to achieve this, but then I'm going to keep going. Like make that a journey and not let your goal be a destination where you're just going to sit there. So help expanding that vision of really what's possible with this business. Then number 7, it builds insane discipline. Where you are and where you want to be, that bridge is discipline. So are you disciplined every day in doing the things that you know you need to do to build your successful life, to build your successful business? Are you reading every day? Are you doing all the personal development things to help grow your leadership? Because that is really what that discipline piece is so important to get you to where you want to be. Then number 8, it expands our leadership. Obviously, as we are growing as in personal development, you're going to grow your leadership. Number 9, it keeps us growing. So it keeps us growing that business, growing ourselves, and continuing to offer the products, the business opportunity to more and more people. And that is going to continue to grow us as people as well. And then number 10, it will create an atmosphere of always working towards a goal. I know some people, and Becky has mentioned that she's not necessarily a goal-oriented person, or that's not her favorite thing. She's had to work on it. And so some people, it's not natural to set goals and work towards that. So constantly, if it's just your business that you're starting with, if you are not a goal oriented person normally, then that is just one thing it's going to trickle over into other areas of your life. Because if you're constantly setting a future focused goal for growth in your business, it's naturally going to be something in your life that you're going to set in other areas of your life. That's just how it works. That's just what's going to happen. So those are the 10 wins for going for growth when you are setting growth focused goals instead of just a goal that could possibly be a destination. Keep in mind that our business, like I mentioned earlier, it is a journey and not a destination. So wherever you're at in your business right now, it's all part of your journey. Now, does that mean that you don't need to turn it up a little bit at times? Or if you're just kind of sitting and waiting? No, it still means you need to work your business and do the activity, but realize that the ups and downs that you go through in your business, it's natural and that happens to everyone. But over the long run, we want to see that curve going like this as we grow our business, even though little portions of that might be dips up and down, we still want it to be going up as we move through the years that we've been in our business. So my call to action for you guys is to pick a number that you would like your business to grow by in the month of July from what your business was in June. So I set a goal for our team from the month of June to grow 15% in sales for the month of July. Now, the fizz obviously did not hurt that goal, having a new fizz flavor. So I would like that to be organic growth, not just because we have a new fizz flavor. So I'm going to kind of play with the numbers and figure out what that number would be if we didn't have fizz sticks or the new fizz stick flavor. But that's just my personal goal of what I would like to see the team do. But you guys should have individual growth goals that you would like your business to do this month. And then maybe pick a number that you would like it maybe if you grew your business 10% every month, what will that look like 6 months down the road? The other call to action, add a Facebook party to your calendar for the month of July. If you don't have any Facebook parties booked, just book one, check it off your list. However many people you're talking to every day about Arbonne, whether it's the business or products, whatever that number is, add one more person. If your number is 0 right now, add one person. Ask one person tonight to take a look at Arbonne or take a look at the products. And then whatever you're doing for follow-ups, add one more follow-up. They say that, boiling water boils at 212 degrees. And I know we've heard this at GTC. They've talked about this, I think more than one time, but probably the only reason I remember is 212 degrees. So what happens from 211 degrees to 212? It's just a 1 degree difference, but that's when you get the boiling water. So think about that with your business. What if you just did one more ask, one more follow-up, one more Facebook party? What will that do for your business? And then what will that do as you compound that over the next 6 months as we close out this year? So just think about those things. And you guys, if you want to share when I post this video, if you want to share what your percentage is of growth that you would like to see from June to July, that would be fantastic. Do you guys have any questions or anything? I see Connie hopped on the call. And Kendra. All right. Well, I will let you guys get back to your evening. Thanks again for hopping on. And hopefully, well, you guys are far away. Kendra and I are going to be at her house tomorrow at 5 o'clock for a little poolside meeting or in the pool meeting. And hopefully more local people will be there as well. All right, you guys have a good evening.